Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sports Talk. I'm Nick.
I'm Mike.
I'm Jackson.
Nah, man.
And today's debate is how far will the Pittsburgh Steelers go? Mike, aren't you so lucky? You're first again.
I mean, I always got to start off. But so, as you may know, if you watched any of our prior videos, my Super Bowl prediction was Steelers, Seahawks before the season even started, and I'm sticking with it. I think the Steelers can go play in a Super Bowl if Big Ben continues to play well. They got a good enough defense to get him there. Micah Fitzpatrick, that is arguably the best trade in years for a franchise. He completely turned that defense was good, but he made him elite. If Big Ben's got 22 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, looking like the comeback player of the year, I think the Steelers can get there. Big Ben plays good on offense and produces. The defense is going to make stops, and I could see them playing in the Super Bowl.
So how far will they go?
Did you not hear what I just said? I said I could see him playing in the Super Bowl.
Okay. Jackson, you're up.
So you guys know how I feel about the Steelers. I think, one, they're the most overrated team in the NFL, obviously. Let's just go over their schedule real quick, shall we?
They have not.
Week 1, 26-16 against the Giants. Okay, I mean, it's a 10-point game. Week 2, 26-21 against the Broncos, and their third-string quarterback came in the game. The Broncos. They won by 7 against the Texans. The Texans are not a good team. You say the Steelers' defense is one of the best in the league. Mike, your Eagles put up 29 against them. The Browns, okay, they killed the Browns 30-7. They won by 3 to the Titans. That game came out to a missed field goal. If that game goes to overtime, I think the Titans would have won that game.
Let me ask you, just real quick to interrupt you. How come you don't mention the Steelers' defense holding the Browns to 7?
I don't think the Browns' offense is that good.
All right, keep going.
They beat the Ravens by 4. I don't think they're – and then here's the big one.
What were you just about to say about the Ravens?
I don't think – we'll talk about that at a different time.
I might agree with them, but continue.
The Steelers, Cowboys, I mean,
Listen,
who was their quarterback? Garrett Gilbert?
Listen, I look at it like this.
No.
A win is a win in the National Football League, and yes, it was Garrett Gilbert, Nick.
You're right. It wasn't Ben DiNucci.
A win.
Ben DiNucci.
Doesn't matter if you win by 7 or you win by 1. A win is a win.
And that's where I agree with you. But you say the Steelers are going to get to the Super Bowl. Okay, so they're most likely on track. They're going to get a bye. I mean, yeah, they're going to be the 1 seed. But say they go up against the Titans in the first round or the second round, I guess. Or even the Raiders, Nick. I mean, you say the Raiders can beat anyone. I think the Raiders can absolutely beat the Steelers. I mean, I think the Steelers are going to get a bye, and they're going to be a first round. Or they're going to.
The Steelers will shut the Raiders' run offense down.
I'm just saying, hypothetically saying, like, once the Steelers play an all right team in the playoffs or a good team, I mean, I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but team? You're saying an all right team. What team?
Whatever team's on track to be a wild card team.
So you're
the
saying
Dolphins,
no matter what.
So 5, 6, 7 is the wild card this year. So whatever teams are going to win those games, I mean, and the Steelers can even play division. They can end up playing the Colts. I think the Colts could absolutely beat the Steelers. I mean, I don't got much to say. I mean, I just think this. I think the Steelers they're going to have their bye, and then their first playoff game they're going to lose.
I look at it like this: if the Steelers play the Colts, I think both the defenses are very good, but I think Big Ben outplays Phillip Rivers, and the Steelers win the game.
Mike, what do you think?
We'll just have to wait and see.
What was that?
Go ahead.
What do you think about their run game, Mike?
The Steelers run game?
Yeah.
I don't like James Conner at all. You know how I feel about that. But the
I know,
Steelers got a good offensive line, so they can create a decent run game. But I think Big Ben is the difference maker.
That's what I'm trying to get to. I remember, I don't know if it's up, but you said James Conner would be a bust.
I said James Conner. I still don't think James Conner is going to run for 1,000 yards, but that's not the argument here. The argument is if the Steelers can get to the Super Bowl, I think absolutely.
Let me just play.
Anthony make a statement. Let's hear what Ant needs to say about the Steelers can get to the Super Bowl.
I think they get to the Super Bowl. I think their only tough matchup would be Kansas City, but I think we've seen time and time again that fucking Pittsburgh's defense is insane. So pressure to Patrick Mahomes, I don't think. Even though they have so much speed on the offense, TJ Watt and Bud Dupree are probably the best two fucking defensive ends in the game right now. So
Yeah. And I just want to point this out because my sleeper Super Bowl was the Cardinals versus the Steelers. That's on. I got it. It's uploaded. My point is this. And Jackson, I'm going to kind of defend you right here. I thought the Steelers would be a little bit more. I mean, I know they're undefeated, but it just doesn't look right. Something just doesn't look right. I don't know what it is. They barely beat the Cowboys. I know a win's a win, but Mike,
you played in.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, listen, I agree. They should have beat the Cowboys by more than they beat the Cowboys by. But you played a guy that there's absolutely no tape on. I agree with you. They should have beat him by more than they beat him by. But there's nothing on Garrett Gilbert. They didn't know what his strengths or weaknesses even were.
There's a reason why he's a backup. He doesn't have many strengths. And let's go to the second.
It didn't look that bad.
The only 2 wins I give this team really, like, know what? They beat 2 solid teams is the Titans, which is a good win, and the Baltimore Ravens, which was a good win. Now, let me point this out to you, though. I do think a team potentially, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but the Raiders, the Dolphins, the Buffalo Bills, those three teams, let's throw in another one. I think the Tennessee Titans potentially can beat this team. I feel like there's a lot of teams that can beat this team. I don't see them as much as I wanted to see them go playing a tough matchup against the Dallas Cowboys and the Titans and the Ravens. I feel like they're going to slip in the playoffs. And I only feel like the only way they can make a strong push is if they lose an upcoming game that's coming up on the schedule, which I don't think is going to happen. Teams that go in 16-0 or 15-1, like the Carolina Panthers, usually die out in the playoffs. And this team right here, in my opinion, I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl. I think playing
at Heinz Field in the playoffs is going to be one of the best home field advantages.
Yes, it is.
But who's going to be there? I mean, no one's going to be there.
You know how cold it gets in
Playing
Pittsburgh?
at Heinz Field with or without fans is still different for.
I want to add real quick.
When the Tennessee Titans show up to Heinz Field freezing their balls off, you watch.
Go ahead, Jackson.
I just want to add that the Bills and Colts and Ravens, they all play the Steelers in this last stretch of the schedule.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if we're going to have a good feel of what's going on, really the Bills-Steelers game, I think it's going to be a really good one, to be honest with you. But
Colts, too.
I mean, if you look at one defense that has been picking it up like crazy is the Buffalo Bills. I mean, look what they did against Russell Wilson, right? They did pretty well.
The defense lets up a pile of points. They are not as fierce as I expected them to be.
I would agree with that. They're not playing as good as I think they can be, but they're getting hot.
A pile of points. They got to get hot.
But my only thing is to you, Mike, because again, I said James Conner's a boom, and it was just you had to take polar opposite views, right? My question is, do you truly think a team can make the Super Bowl completely without no run game?
They have a run game because the offensive line is playing well. Do I think James Conner's a good running back? No. I watched the Eagles win a Super Bowl with a washed-up LeGarrette Blount and bone-to-bone knee Jay Ajayi. I wouldn't say either of those guys are good running backs. So, I mean, no, I don't think he's a good running back, but the offensive line is playing very well. The Steelers' offensive line has always been good.
Look,
a lot of guys can run behind that offensive line.
I think Big Ben has very good weapons, right? I thought he was going to come back. He was asleep. I know, again, I mean, saying he's a sleeper because of the elbow injury, right?
Yeah, I didn't agree with him being a sleeper at all, but continue.
I thought, look, people were, I mean, Noah himself, the Pittsburgh Steelers fan, didn't know how he was going to respond to this. And he came back, and he's looking pretty dang good. And to me, having receivers like Claypool and Juju and Deontay Johnson and Eric Ebron, that is a really good receiving core for Big Ben. And this team can make a push. I just feel like they're going to lose in the playoffs. That's my take.
I want to tell you, I don't think the Raiders or the Titans will beat this team just based off of because the Raiders and the Titans are not good football teams when they are not running the ball. And the Steelers completely stopped the run. That's why I don't think the Steelers or Raiders, I don't think the Steelers should be, the Raiders or the Titans, I don't think the Steelers should even be concerned to play those two teams.
All I know is, again, to me, will they completely shut down Derrick Henry? They're not going to completely shut him down. I mean, last time when they played, the guy he had 75 yards and a touchdown.
Maybe you could slow him down.
They can slow him down, absolutely.
They slowed him down tremendously. That was a hard-fought 70 yards. And I watched him get stuffed on the goal line. And I know how you feel about players getting stuffed on the goal line.
Yes, to win the game. Yes. But what I'm saying is this. Their play action pass is very deadly. I think Pittsburgh's defense can respond greatly. Minkah Fitzpatrick is a great safety. Their cornerbacks are very lackluster. And if they can get the play action really going, I think that they can open up the pass with Tannehill. And you got A.J. Brown and Corey Davis, who Corey Davis is starting to make a name for himself on the outside. We did just have a conversation about this the other day. Look, I truly feel like a team like the Titans, the Colts, the Bills, the Raiders, possibly even the Dolphins, can beat this team. Remember, it only takes one time. It's not a series. It takes one game. And I don't think the Steelers can win a consistent, what would that be, 16 plus the divisional, the conference, and the Super Bowl. That would be, let's just say two more. That would be 18 straight games. Very tough.
Going undefeated? I don't have them going undefeated. They're going to lose.
Who do you have them losing to?
It doesn't matter who they lose to in the regular season, but they're going to lose. This team's not going to go 16-0, but this team can very well get to the Super Bowl. I don't have them going 16-0.
All right, so let's just go around the table one more time. A Zach prediction. Exact prediction to the game. Mike, prediction.
I predict them to go to Super Bowl. I'm not going to sit here and predict a record, but this team, I can guarantee you this team's not going to go 16-0.
That's fine. Jackson, where do you got them winning? Do you got them going to the Super Bowl, or do you have them losing?
I have them losing in the divisional round.
Okay. Ants, where do you got them?
I got them. I don't want to say winning the Super Bowl, but in the Super Bowl contending.
I got them in. Me and Ant got them in the Super Bowl.
I did have them in the Super Bowl, but what I've been seeing lately, I mean, they're undefeated, but damn.
You saw a 9-0 team.
I hear you, man, but they just
the way they get those wins isn't pretty.
No. They're not playing good team.
I don't care if you're Mike. A win's a win, but the way you get the win has to be.
Need to be pretty. No,
they're barely beating these teams that are sub below 500 teams.
It doesn't need to be pretty.
I don't care if it's.
What did you say to me the other day? That Carolina gave everything against Kansas City. You don't think?
You're right.
Everyone wants to beat Pittsburgh because they're 9-0.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. But I mean, it's just the way. Like you're telling, I come into the Cowboy game. I expect Steelers to win that game by 20. I mean, right? Don't you?
Everyone did.
I mean, that's all I gotta say. Like,
all I'm saying is this. Okay? No, I understand his point.
It's in Dallas. I mean, I know there's no fans, but you're traveling from Pennsylvania to Dallas. I mean,
and it's not like you lost.
Yeah, you won. Like, it's not like they went there and lost. I mean, going from Pennsylvania to Texas isn't an easy trip to begin with.
I agree with that point, but again,
I don't think it's concerning.
But you just all right. So here's my only point. You said they did not lose that game, which thank God they did not, because that would have been very disgusting. But if they're going to lose one of these upcoming games, like maybe Buffalo. Buffalo and Indianapolis are the only two games that I see this team potentially losing.
I think they could lose to Baltimore.
Yeah, they could realistically. I don't think they will. They can split with Baltimore.
They're going to run the
game. I don't see them defeated,
But you also got to think about it. So Tennessee, it was a great game, 27-24. When Ben had to throw the ball, he was turning it over.
But nobody remembers that they were up 15 plus in that game. Like, they were.
Yeah, you're right. They were up 15 plus. I was about to mention that actually, but
until like the third quarter.
I'm just telling you, like, look at what the Steelers do against teams that primarily, like the Browns. The Browns, everyone knows they are a run-first football team. The Steelers held them to 7 points. They beat them 38-7. That's what the Steelers team will do to the Titans, and will do to the Raiders if they meet them in the playoffs. They will hold them. They will force them to throw the football.
Again, I can't. Me and Jackson cannot make a solid argument because they have not lost yet, right? It's tough to argue with facts because they haven't lost. They've been able to find ways to win. Again, even that Dallas game, I mean, they were down for quite some time, and they came back and won. I mean, games like that, it's hard to make an argument why they're going to lose a game before making the Super Bowl. But I feel like it's a tough claim to make that they're going to make the Super Bowl. It's tough. It's tough. And I just don't see them doing it. I do not see them doing it.
Plenty of good teams that play close games. There's not a team in the NFL that blows everybody's door off.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
There has never
playing
even
close against is what's scaring me.
Didn't blow everybody's doors off. There's going to be close games. It's the National Football League. No team shows up to roll over and die.
It's not like Pittsburgh is going to be going into Kansas City. They're going to be in Heinz Field, and no one's brought up Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is a great coach.
Great coach. He proved that last year with that terrible, terrible team he had. He proved that last year he is a good coach in this league. A great coach.
I'm excited to see what happens. I truly am. I honestly, right now, looking at it, I mean, let's just take real fast. I know that's not even in this video, but real fast, just think in your head, what are the potential teams coming out of the AFC?
I have 4 teams. I got the Chiefs.
We're gonna have 4 teams.
Either the Chiefs, the Steelers, the Bills, and the Colts.
Mike, any idea?
7 teams this year total.
Talking about
7 teams
going to the Super Bowl. I'm picking the team. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and list off a list of teams. I'm picking the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't need to list 4 teams. I'm going to pick my pick. My pick is the Steelers in the Super Bowl. That's my pick.
No challenger?
The point of this video was to pick, are the Steelers going to the Super Bowl? Yes, that's my pick. The Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. Why list off a bunch of teams and then a few months down the line, I said those were one of my teams to get there. Make a claim and pick one. Pick one team.
Those teams are up and coming, yes, but they're not. You're not going against You're going against Big Ben and Mike Tomlin. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing it forever. Josh Allen, great player, love him. Young,
I like Josh Allen.
young. Indianapolis, like their offense is putrid. Yes, they have a great defense, but.
And what do they like to do? What does Indianapolis like to do?
Ryan, we saw, yes, they made a great run last year. You honestly think they could run through the AFC again? No. Patty Mahomes is their only challenger, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the Bills could be, but the Bills' defense has been awful. I'm going to be honest. They have not been good, and I think the Steelers will be able to move the ball on them easily. I think it's going to be a Pittsburgh Chiefs. I think that's their number one.
You know what the Bills kind of remind me of? The 2018 Chiefs. Great offense, strong arm quarterback, awful defense. They're going to end up losing they're going to lose big games just in like the fourth quarter.
Unless
I think that's the only.
Really steps it up.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting, man. I'm telling you, I don't have Pittsburgh making it now. It's weird, but I don't have them
Throw a team out there. Who's your claim? You haven't made a claim.
The two literal guys I got would have to be. I just feel like I can tell you this much, and I'll be the first one to admit, I don't know. Someone's going to sneak in there. It's either going to be Kansas City, right? Who's not sneaking up anywhere, but Kansas City, or it's going to be a team that just sneaks its way up. Tennessee. Not Buffalo.
Listen.
Not Buffalo.
We haven't talked about Baltimore.
Some days, Nick.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
There's a gun to your head right now. You got to pick
Baltimore's
who's going to the Super Bowl in the AFC. Who are you picking?
I am going to choose. I'm sorry for the distraction. I am going to choose. Sorry. I am going to choose AFC. Man, as much as I went with Pittsburgh, Jackson. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna have to go with Kansas City.
All right, I'm just happy you made a pick. I'm happy.
Thank you, Nick.
Winning the Super Bowl or going to the Super Bowl for the
Super Bowl.
I think they can make it again.
Okay, winning it or just going?
Oh,
well, we can say that for another video.
That's a whole nother topic.
I'll have to think about that. But as of right now, this second, they already lost to Las Vegas. But I think the Raiders can beat any team. I feel like the Steelers can lose to any team, just like the Chiefs did. I don't see the Chiefs making it. I don't see the Steelers making it. I see the Chiefs potentially making it. And one other team I'm going to state right now that I truly think have a chance. Again, I know you guys just said no, but the Tennessee Titans, mark my words, they're going to make it. The Tennessee Titans.
Okay, so are you picking the Chiefs?
Are you picking the Chiefs or the Titans?
Chiefs are my bowl team, but don't be shocked if Tennessee sneaks in.
That's as good as nothing. That's a race. He picked the Chiefs. Jackson picked the Chiefs. Me and Ant are on the Steelers.
That's fine. Yep.
Yeah.
You guys
Let's
don't have
go.
any sleeping team? Nobody that you think didn't sneak their way in there?
That's not this is not the video for that. This
I'm
is
just asking. Nobody?
going bowl
No.
with the Steelers. I'm going bowl with the Steelers.
I'm all in the Chiefs, man.
We can talk sleepers
There's a sneak out
for video.
This is all the sleepers. That's a whole nother stuff.
Jackson, I am shocked I agreed with you. Wow.
I mean,
What
I knew it was
has
bound to
happened?
happen one day.
All right, this video is getting long. We should
Yeah, no, it is. All right, listen. Anybody else have anything?
Nope.
No, all right, guys. Sign off now, Nick.
Like.
Jackson.
And
From Sports Talk, Mike, we are.
We're built better.
See you guys soon. Peace.